Partners of sleep talkers or sleepwalkers, what gems have you to share? My mum sleepwalks sometimes. When she was in the middle of her residency, she came into my room in the middle of the night and sharply asked, "Did you give patient her dose of medication like I asked you to 15 minutes ago?" I groggily replied, "Well, she just huffed and said." "Well, I guess that answers my question," before turning around and leaving, without closing the door, of course. She didn't remember a thing about it the next morning. My aunt likes to tell the story about her and my cousin sharing a hotel room. One time, my aunt woke up having to pee and found my cousin sitting up in bed with her arms folded across her abdomen, kind of rocking back and forth and giggling quiet. When my aunt asked her what she was doing, my cousin said, "I'm holding a baby and it has an adult smile." I found this story deeply unsettling. One time, my ex was asleep and started to snore progressively loud. He startled himself half awake, and he says out loud to himself, "Shut up, I'm sleeping," or I snorted my drink through my nose. Not a partner, but in military, training and school. I often took the night shift for guard duty. The amount of sleepwalkers and talkers is way fucking higher than I expected. It's straight creepy when you have to walk down the halls with a covered flashlight, listening to big ass groan, men mumbling and lashing out in their sleep. What takes the cake, though, is often sleepwalkers will just kinda stop randomly. So you'll be walking along in the pitch black darkness, and suddenly there's just a fucking dude standing there, eyes generally closed, or worse, open, just kinda listening to the side, or leaning against the bedpost or wall, after I'd suppressed all the swear words I was about to yell out. Nothing much to do but kinda prod them along back to their bed. For all the randomness that is being part of the military, I really didn't expect one of my jobs to be gently tucking my fellow soldiers back into their beds. My wife started screaming one night that she was lost in the local grocery store, and that no matter where she went, she couldn't find her way out. I asked her has she tried checking out at the cash register. She then looked at me and said in her most sincere voice, "That is why you are the smartest person I know." And she rolled over and fell back asleep. He started shouting that he couldn't feel his left arm. I pointed out he was pinching his pillow, not his arm. He then freaked out that he had lost his arm. I pointed out his arm was under his pillow. He said "och" and started snoring. Me another hour to get back to sleep. He didn't wake up at all. He got up, went into the kitchen and ate one bite of a mini pecan pie, no fork, just a straight bite, then apparently remembered he hates pecan pie and left. It stacked neatly on the little box. Another time he sat up and stared straight ahead at the wall. Didn't respond to me asking what was wrong. He stood up, walked into the wall, then stood there like he was contemplating the barrier. He just backed up exactly as he came, sat down and swung back into bed, like nothing happened. That was creepy. I'm the sleep talker here. Me sits bolt upright. They're coming. Everything's red. Wife, sleepily ho. Me, everything's ready. Wife, they're coming. Me, mum. Wife, but everything's ready. Me, yes, wife. Sounds like well, okay. Then, me, comically flops back down and instantly goes back to sleep. Formatting. Fantastic sleep songs with lyrics which are utterly bizarre. My two absolute favourites have been one, "Oh Ho Ho, It's a Corner Cat to Obey My Rules," and "You'll Always Be a Country Cowboy," repeated about 5 times and finished with a yeah. My miss called me a wriggly little ensign while she was sleeping. I've never ever heard her use that word before.